It's an honor to be, in the same film as you, Kamal. We've done a couple of them together, but really this one is going to be very special.
For those who remember Sholay with nostalgia, I was an assistant director. And I couldn't sleep that night when I saw Sholay. First, I hated the film so much. I hated the filmmaker even more. And I had the opportunity of working with that great filmmaker, and I told him that was my reaction when I saw the film. As a technician, I couldn't sleep that night. And that's a kind of movie, many such movies Amiji has done. And to hear him say nice things about my films is something I didn't imagine when I was an assistant director and watching Sholay on the big screen. Thank you, Amiji. Thank you.
I mean,
hey, Nagi.
That frame, man.
Yeah,
just watching that frame, watching Bachchan sir and Kamal sir like complimenting each other about their work.
Awesome.
I'm like,
we're on the best call ever. So, Nagi, when I was walking here, Koi kept saying this American thing to me. Say this film in 3 words. Sell this film to me in 3 words. What's it in 5 words? So I said, wait. Shoot now.
So if there's 3 words to shape this, I'd love to know it's hard to whittle down, but what are your 3 words for this film?
3 or 5? 3, okay. The end begins.
Ooh, I love that. Because I always think about sci-fi as kind of the mythology of the future. And you're talking about the end as the beginning. Does this have those same elements of like the mythology of the sci-fi because there's so much vibrancy on screen?
It does, definitely. It draws its roots from mythology.
It feels like it, and I'm curious with the grand spectacle and the color of Indian cinema, does this have those elements as well? Because we're seeing a lot of darkness, but there's splashes of brightness.
So I think, Nagi, to answer that, you have to pull out your inspiration decks and then speak a little bit about that. Then he'll know where it came from.
Yeah, it's a different Indian film. It's still an Indian film at heart. It's like all our Indian mythology, our stories, our culture, like from being a South Indian, from being Telugu, from being Indian, from being a fan of world cinema, from being a fan of Star Wars, like all of that love comes into this one thing. So it's a new kind of thing. I don't know what to say.
It's a good problem. I like that problem.
So I told you about the man here, right here, the man who stays quiet.
Yeah. You warned me.
He can pass this whole event off without saying a word.
But we're not going to let him.
Yeah. We can't.
We can't leave him. So across all of this here, he keeps creating spectacle after spectacle as franchises. And you asked me a question out there. Does he live on the blue screen? Or what did you ask me?
I was wondering because he was describing the scope of the experience of what you've been living the last few years. Has blue screen fatigue set in? Because I feel like you've lived blue screen for a little while now.
Yeah, no, it's like little, I got bored of it. No, I wanted to do real sets, real stuff. But when I just saw the teaser now, I feel like, okay, it's fine.
It was all worth it in the end.
Yeah.
So we saw a few sets of a dichotomy of colors enter this room. There was a lot of white, there was some black masks, there was a lot of duality. Can you, elaborate? I feel like I got questions.
The Raiders.
Sir.
Why the black?
Sir, so we can only talk about the black for now.
Okay.
Because the Raiders are here. They're at Comic-Con. You guys met, a lot of you guys must have met them. And they're right. Oh, they were right here.
They were there, yeah.
Oh, they left.
Oh,
they're there. Okay. So they're here. And so they are a very important character in the film. There are lots of them. They are our Indian version of stormtroopers, I guess. Somebody will say it, so I'll say it first. But they're fun. So I think it'll be fun to watch them. And I think we'll know more as time goes along.
Kamal sir and Bachchan sir, what was it like being on with Raiders, Troopers, when you saw this?
So I always wanted to be part of a film like that. I've tried making these kind of films, but in a very small way. This is big vision.
Nice.
I'm glad to be part of this. And I remember the time when I wanted to create these kind of troopers. All I had was hockey masks. Nobody has seen that in India, so I used it as a part of the costume designing. So, but this is done in style. I like it, and as I told you, the first confession is that I'm a film buff. So I'm happy to be part of films itself. I belong more on that side to watch any film. And to be part of a film which I'd like to watch is about the best thing that could happen to a film buff like me.
Nice. Sir, how about you, sir?
Well, as I said, this is the very first experience of mine in working in a subject, in a project like this. But what I really admired throughout the making was the kind of energy and the research and the effort that Nagi and his entire team have made to put this thing together. Most of the time you're not understanding what you're doing, but Nagi knows. And I hope that when I see the final product, I will prove myself wrong and him right. But thank you, sir. I know that there have been some rather anxious moments when I've asked some very weird questions that I still haven't got a correct answer from. Releasing the film, we will. But thank you so much, Nagi, and thank you so much, Prabhas, Kamal and Prabhas and all the others that have been with us, Deepika, and I just love the kind of dedication. I have to say a few words to the father of this film, which is sitting right next to Prabhas.
Yeah!
One of the most humblest producers I've ever met. I thank you for your humility. I thank you for the respect that you give to all the artists. I thank you for being on set every day and making sure that, simple things like finding a chair for the artist, or whether the artist has had his lunch or not, and is he being looked after, giving assistance to the artists to help them out in any situation, whether they're walking on set or walking off it. This is unheard of. And thank you so much, sir, and I hope I have the privilege of very soon getting the
Ashwini Dutt garu, welcome to Comic-Con. Congratulations on 50 years of Vaijayanti.
Yeah!
Cheppan sir, what has been that black and white to sci-fi?
I started my career with the god N.T. Ramarao garu. From there onwards, it took 50 years of my hard work to reach Amit ji, Kamal ji, and my friend Prabhas.
And you have a team of 2 really fighting daughters that make this film. Tell us, guys, what has it been?
There.
It's actually it's a very proud moment for us because this is something that not we really dreamt of. It's always been a slight. It's Telugu cinema, then it became Southern cinema, then it became Indian cinema, but then bringing Indian cinema to Comic-Con is just been incredible for us.
Yeah, it's been 4 years. We've been on this since 4 years. Nothing, no entertainment, no movies, just working on this film day and night, and literally watching this here in Hall H in Comic-Con. It's actually a dream, and I'm living it right now. And thank you so much for all of you to be here, and thank you.
All right, now we've been talking about Comic-Con, and there are certain elements of Comic-Con that as a comic nerd, I gotta ask, I gotta know. We're gonna do a Q&A in just a second, so if you wanna start lining up. But as a nerd, okay, this is gadgets, this is superpowers. I know you can't reveal too much, but give me something, man.
the Raiders have a vehicle called the Raider vehicle.
That's something, that's a taste.
It's there in the teaser, but yeah, that's...
Are there any superpowers you can tease that I can just know a little?
Of our guys, no, but I think I'm very excited for, like, because for us to be here, I just think we're on the shoulders of, like, all of this mythology and 100 years of cinema and actors, great movies, and we're here. And finally, we're able to get, like, Indian mythology here, because here you guys have superheroes. You love your superheroes so much. And, if you have, like, Superman who can fly into space, like, we have Hanuman who can eat the sun.
Yeah.
And then if you have, like, a Thor or a Hulk who can break a building, like, then we have Hanuman who can lift a mountain, or, like, a Kumbhakarna who is a mountain. So I'm very interested for the world to meet India.
Same. I cannot wait to see all this. You're building your own superheroes.
Guys, before we go into the Q&A, Nagi, I had one problem. Where is Mr. Kamal Haasan in that teaser?
Sir,
Where is he? Would you want to answer that? Would you want to answer? How does it go? I have a problem.
I mean, first I'll say that Sir is there throughout the teaser, but you don't know. Starts with him, it's his teaser.
So you have something to say to that?
Well, I'll agree with what he says because he's the director.
I love how cryptic. I've learned so much and so little at the same time, which is how it's supposed to be in this hall, this magic hall. Speaking of this magic hall, I would love to hear from some of you. Do we have microphones out for the audience? I only see stormtrooper guys. They're very intimidating. Oh, we do. Good sir.
Hey.
Whoever's got the first question, by all means. I think someone's going to have a microphone, I assume. I've got good hearing, but not that good. I love the dramatic spotlight. There it is. He's entering the dramatic spotlight.
Hi, Nagesh. I've been a huge fan of you always from Mahanati. And yeah. My question is, you said that there's going to be blend between the mythology and the science fiction. Like, is it a conscious choice or did it flowed organically while you're developing the screenplay?
It's a great question.
I'd say it's a bit of both. Like, once you start down the road, you need to know where you're going. So it was a conscious thought. But after that, it just grew on its own.
Thanks, man.